him talking, and he started telling me what was going on with him, and that he had told his mother 3 different times that he was being forced to do child pornography by the step grandfather, who was a career criminal.
Um, okay, so before you get to where I think you're going, don't talk about the fluid thing, about what it was, things that he was being dreams. Don't talk about that part.
Okay,
Okay, just for so
right.
so that no samples, but I think that the audience would understand where we at, and I think they get a better understanding.
Shalom, my internet having issues,
Oh
fam.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I'm
so
trying to fix it.
we start talking, and the more we start to conversate, the more that he would send me texts when these customers would come to him and they make him do things. They had him working since he was 12 at a Mexican restaurant across the street from their house, where the Johns
Wow.
would come in and choose kids.
Um, if I had to come back, I'll be back.
This is a career criminal who had a
Good
$500 a
morning,
day
Amma.
drug habit. The house drug habit was probably about 750. But this has been going on for the last 25 years. All you got to do is look at history from the sheriff's department who are
I
there
gotta fix
at their
this.
residence. They come for drugs all the time, fights. There was a domestic violence drug den that CPS in the state of Nevada sold him into.
Okay. Now, I think before we get into the next place I want to go to is I want to go through the key players that has to do with this, the whole thing, right? But before we do that, I think it'd be safe to
Oh, no.
Okay, I'm
He's
back.
16. He's 16, but
My bad. Okay, my internet was kind of like acting weird, and I had to clear all of my search history. So I'm just going, like I told y'all, I don't want to have a conversation with y'all today. And there is this brother I was listening to. he made a lot of good points, things that you think about, but you you never really say. That's what it was. So I'm gonna turn back on my instrumental, well, the instrumental, and I say the information for the you have to do, family. This is over. You can order right now. You could go and follow the channel, or you can listen to it for now. It's just really up to you, fam, on how you want to do this. So let me pull this back up, fam. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Okay. There we go. Back now. All right. So there's a couple of things that I want to talk with y'all about. The brother pointed out about the LGBTQ and the Bill of Rights things and all that we've been fighting for, and the arguments that's been going on for way too long. I wonder if y'all willing to have this conversation. Do you believe that a lot of things that we have been doing with marching and all of that has been vanity? Every time I talk, I don't have to pick up the Bible and read it. You know, I know how to have conversations with people. My grandmother told me, Calvin, you need to learn how to have a balance. Because that's all I used to do is read out the Bible and teach out like every word that I would say almost. And so, yes, ma'am. Okay, so y'all cool with just we having a conversation without me picking up the Bible? We should have learned something all these years. But yes, ma'am. Because you know the animals, they get their instructions. You remember the locusts? They got their instructions. And they do what they do. They don't pick up the Bible and all that. They obey. But anyway, the LGBTQ. Let's talk about that first. All right, let's look at the bills that the LGBTQ members and people that started the organization have gotten passed for themselves. Let's see. All right, here we go. I show it. I send you the information, and I show it on the screen because I'm not reading out the Bible. So let me look this up. Nah, because if I do that, then it's gonna block the screen. Yes, ma'am. I love the Bible. I just, I don't always talk about the Bible. That's what I do when I go live. When I'm at home, I joke, I have fun. When I'm around my mama, I like to talk about the things that I did as a child. I asked a lot of questions. Do I cry? Did I used to cry a lot? Was I bad? Different type of stuff. Not always got the Bible in my hand. All right, so we're gonna show the fruits of the Spirit. This is what they do now, and I share this information on the broadcast when I'm done. But as I read this, I'm pretty sure y'all been living in the time zone that I've been living in, and some things probably will catch your attention. The LGBT, the first four letters of this scanded abbreviation are fairly straightforward: lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and Q stand for queer. These have been one of the strongest opposing parties to what many of us have made up in our mind, that this is something that we got to stand up and fight for ourselves. And we didn't just start this in 2017, or even this stuff started before we was born. What we've been marching and fighting, what we call fighting for our rights. We have already having a right, but when we was born, just like everybody else, people make laws because of how they feel. You know, they make laws against laws. So this is some that what they did is they saw what we was standing up for, and they fully they tried to identify themselves as us. They put they holiday on Juneteenth. When we asked for reparations, many of us was asking, because we ain't going up there and demanding nothing. We ain't doing that. We just asking in a loud way for reparations. Protesting is nothing more than asking a rebellion. Like when I was a child, when I didn't get something that I knew I deserved from school, I would yell and scream at the teacher or at the principal, and then they'll send me home. So that's all Negroes been doing, is, you know, asking in a loud manner for reparations. People don't give you stuff that don't care about you. And they'll tell you that they care, but they just, like the brother said, piggybacking off of everything that we suffer. And I'm trying to make bank off of uh, whatever we go through as a people. If one hurt, all hurt. But it seems like to me they don't, and there's no seemingly, they don't care. Because if they did, they wouldn't do the things that they do. Can you imagine if you was working on the job and you wanted to keep your job, and the boss told you, hey, put the sodas on this shelf, and don't put the clothes over there on that shelf. You have a whole bunch of people that run in the store and say they going to get they go and get their friends, and they make sure, excuse me, they make sure that they let me share the brother name too, but I'm gonna share this down here as well. There y'all go. Uh, the brother name that I'm talking about, before I get into this conversation, because he did a full video on it. His name is Too Strong. All right, he has a number 2 on his page. Let me see if I can share that with you real quick. Let me go ahead and share that. All right. But anyway, this is what they did. They self-identify they say a positive way. But yours, they say, is negative. The government, everybody that stand in alignment with them, they treat you the way that, they treat you the way that they treat you. They don't treat you like a friend. I don't want no friend that'll treat me like we've been treated as a people. And so many of us don't even want to claim that we are a people. You gotta be in a religion. You gotta be this. You gotta be that. You were born who you are before you were born who you is. You don't need no paperwork. You don't need no membership. They go to brother's video right there. We don't learn common knowledge and then go online and pretend like all of the common knowledge came from us. The brother just said some things that make sense. Just like other people who come on here and they say some things that make sense. But let me read something if I can get to it. So I'm gonna look up LGBTQ rights. All right, so here go their rights, y'all. So y'all been wanting a Negro, anti-Negro crime hate bill. LGBTQ rights. The legal landscape for LGBTQ people is constantly evolving. Excuse me. If you think you have been discriminated against and would like our assistance, this is for people that's under the table. Assistance, please visit our report LGBTQ and HIV discrimination page, and we can help you figure out whether you are protected under federal or state laws. Now, I listened at Joe Biden, how the man spoke for about hours. I was listening to Professor Black page, how Joe Biden was speaking for hours, saying the things that he said he did, that he didn't do nothing that he said he did. The man said that he gave you rights, he did this for you, that, this, that, and the other. He didn't do nothing for you. But like I said, you were already born with rights. It's just that you in an oppressing government that don't want you to have no rights. So you can't expect for people that's on the outside to do for you what you should be doing for one another, doing for yourself. And if we keep on dividing with our religions and with our beliefs and keep going the route that we going, we're not going to get anything done. You cannot pay bills on hopes alone. You got to work together. And if some of us is suffering, if I seen a man on the street hungry or a woman hungry and I got something to eat and don't give it to them, and I just tell them, I believe that if you eat, you will be filled, and never give them nothing to eat, I'm a liar, and all I'm doing is running my mouth. And perhaps I need to shut up my mouth if I'm not finna do nothing. But people love to run their mouth and tell people that want to do things to be quiet. When in reality, you don't have to worry about nobody talking. Just do what you're supposed to do. If I'm lifting up something that's heavy for me and you see it's heavy, I shouldn't have to ask for help. Same thing go for any one of y'all. That's it. They say, can you imagine employer discriminated against me because of my sexual orientation or gender identity? I see you, mother. I'm gonna let you up. Shalom, mother.
Good morning, son. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I was trying to record last night, and
Oh, okay.
when I picked up that microphone, mother,
Mhm.
I was trying to rap and sing, and I just didn't like my voice no more. I was listening to myself. You know, how you ever question yourself, mother?
Yeah, but that's not good.
I know, I'm just being honest,
Well,
mother.
no, no. Okay.
I'm listening. Mother, you okay? You can speak. Speak your mind,
Oh,
mother.
okay. Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Um, when you rapping, what were you talking about? If you say you didn't like your voice, maybe
Yes, ma'am. I
maybe
listen.
it's what you're rapping about, or maybe um, you should rap about something different.
I was.
Okay. Well,
I was.
okay.
This song I was writing on, it was completely
Mhm.
different from anything
Okay.
that you could rap. But the issue is this, mother. Uh, how can I say this? You ever had something go on in your life, something that, and you realize that you ever stopped doing something before because it was like a fruitless, like it was like something that's not really beneficial to you, or I don't know how to explain it. You ever stop doing something that's like
Your heart isn't in it.
try to give people, you know what I'm saying? You ever try to give somebody food and drink and they wasn't is and you felt like you was not being appreciated? You ever felt
Oh
like
yeah.
that's what I'm saying? Like and it's making me not like I see how the music is going. I see how they doing this AI crap and the same thing with that marching and all that. And it's too many people disrespectful, mother.
Yeah.
And it make you want to just sit back and look at them make a I don't want to
You
be a part of the madness. And sometimes I just be wanting to sit back. I feel like I'm imprisoned. You ever felt like you was imprisoned, like you was trapped in your body?
every day,
Yes,
every
ma'am.
day I'm in prison.
That's what I mean. Like, like talking to people that say they is a leader, that is not really your leader, they is your oppressor. And talking to people who look like you, but they worse than the ones that is your first oppressor.
Yeah.
Why would I continue to make music surrounded around them? I don't want to talk about them, mother. I'm tired of them. And it's
You
like no
know,
matter what we say, they is gonna continue to be the same evil. I almost cuss. Go ahead, mother. Let me be quiet before I
you
start.
can curse. You know, I ain't getting ready to trip. Cause I might curse.
Yes, ma'am. But go ahead,
um,
mother.
now let me tell you something, man. I love some rap music. I love all of that old school. I loved all of that too short. I loved all of that DJ Quick. And I felt like I don't care. Hold on for a minute.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, while you on hold, I'm gonna say something on
Okay,
that.
okay.
Oh, go ahead, mother.
What I was gonna say is I could remember I was like I don't care what when they call women bitches and stuff because it don't apply to me. I
You
ain't
feel like
one.
you
I
got
I
used
don't.
to
I
hearing
didn't care. I rap music to me was an artist expressing their life. A lot of them, how they grew up, how they saw the world.
it.
Now, unfortunately, we had to call some things the way they is. You know,
Yes, ma'am. If it walked
um,
like a duck.
all all women wasn't right and all men wasn't right. They done all did some things, and but so then I sort of got away from it. Well, I don't like this new stuff. To me, the music back in the day, Poor Righteous Teachers, uh, Public Enemy, that some of them had a message. Grandmaster Flash, Don't Do It, White Lines. So, hold on. But now, this new stuff, I really can't get with. And I'm like, oh my God, I can just imagine what
Mm.
people thought when I liked rap. But I guess now the reason I don't even listen to it that much, I just go straight old school, is because I said, I guess it's destructive in a way. It's
Yes,
destructive.
ma'am. Back
And
then,
so,
mother, may I speak on that before you
yeah.
go any further? Okay, back then, what I noticed. Now, I wasn't born in the time zone you was, mother, but back then, I remember like the music that I saw. I wasn't listening to rap at first, like when I was real little, but I heard a song on the radio that had a good tune to it, and I just started listening to the words. I can't remember if I was rocking my head or whatever. I just remember listening to the words because my daddy and them used to play, old school music like the Temptations and the Commodores and people like that. My mother's favorite group was the Manhattans.
Start your day with Nature
uh,
Mix, the number one
Yes,
yeah,
trust.
ma'am.
good
So
music.
I that's the music I grew up on, the
Yeah.
Temptations and stuff like that. And the music kind of matched it back then. It kind of matched that feel. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Yeah, because what was that song that was last year? Give me one margarita, I'ma spread my legs or something like this. I'm like,
I don't even
what?
know, mother. I don't listen to
What?
that. Uh,
What? What? But hey,
mm.
it wasn't nothing like me listening to Too Short.
it's
But
it's crazy now.
but
It don't have no substance. It don't.
man, I
I think
remember
that
this one song.
let me
Let
look
me
this
see,
up
Too Short.
while you saying that, mother.
He said Too Short. Let me see. He said, "What are you doing in the White House if you're not selling cocaine? Ask your wife Nancy Reagan. I'm sure she'll split that game. So they gave a message back then. Oh, how they saw life. You know, even when you go with NWA, you know, coming up in the projects, how they saw life, and they, to me, you know, they was speaking about how they saw life, and so I felt like, well, I got to respect those. I didn't grow up in no projects. I didn't grow up. I grew up with a mama and a daddy in the house. Uh, but I wouldn't take away from somebody else's experience. And
Yes, ma'am.
I hate to say it, but I liked all of that ratchet, X-rated, Little Kim, Trina. I liked all of that music. Um,
I grew
I
up in the
really did.
projects.
Hmm. Yeah.
We grew up. We couldn't get on housing, but we was in po housing. That's for sure.
Hmm.
Uh, my sister got on it, but you know how they do with some of us. You could be waiting on the waiting list until you turn 100 years old. Uh,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
just remember that family used to help one another more when I was growing up. Even your neighbors, they'll look at if your kids was doing something, they'll get them in line.
You
When
can't
nobody,
depend on nobody these
you
days.
can't. I just
Let
remember,
me tell you something. I, you know, we were in hotels for 20.
your phone cut, your audio cutting out,
Oh,
mother.
wait a minute. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You can't depend on anybody these days. Um, People don't want you to call them and ask them for nothing.
But they'll
That
call you
goes
mother.
for family. That goes for friends. Anybody can call me if I got it. You got it. Uh,
Yes, ma'am.
but I'm just saying, folks don't want you to call and ask them. We we were this place right, and because our building had an electrical fire, so I was in the hotel and they had us 50 something miles,
Mm,
and I thank God that I had my credit card
hmm.
paid up, so I was able to order me food and stuff.
Yes, ma'am.
You, if you know, I could call somebody and ask them for $10, and I might have to hear, you shouldn't take trips, or you should save your money for a rainy day.
Hmm.
So
You know
you
what,
like,
mother?
oh,
I learned that too. You can't depend on people. Um,
wait a
cause
minute,
I think some of
because
us
see,
have to.
because they don't have the money to
I
loan
know,
you,
but
so
I'm gonna express something to
they'll
you.
try to they'll try to
You,
flip it on you.
yes, ma'am. But you'll see this now. They don't care. People don't care about your situation. So let's say you got to pay your lights, right? And they know that you try to keep your lights on. You might have somebody in the house sick that's hooked on a machine or something. They'll take they'll take half of that. They'll take it if you offer it to them. They won't say no. Remember when you had asked, "Do I need help with something?" I said, "No, ma'am." I said, "I manage." I don't know if you heard me that day. I said, "I'll be all right." I said, "Thank you for offering, mother. If I need you, I'll call you and ask you." When I had told you that something bad happened in the family last week,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
that's what I said to you before I got off the live. And I told you, "Thank you." Well, I think you was on your live. That's the live. It was a live you was on, and that was the last live that I came on recent, your most last recent one. But I
Mm-hmm.
remember I have pictures, and somebody stole my page, my Facebook page. But I have pictures of when I was homeless. My wife had the option. I told y'all this before on the other broadcast, on your broadcast, that my wife had the option to go and stay with a family member. She chose to stay out there with me, and I told her, "I don't want you out here." I shouldn't have been out there either. But like I told you, the landlord that we had, the person that used to come pick up the rent for him, was hooked on that stuff. They was hooked on that white mother,
Mm-hmm.
and so they would take the people rent money and go and sniff it up. And then the guy, he'll be looking for his rent, and the rent ain't nowhere to be found because the person that spent it up. I ain't gonna tell you if it's a male or a female, but the person sniffed it all up. And so, you know, I didn't see no police knocking them down like they knocked down my daddy when my daddy was hooked on it. But that's what they was doing. So that let you know that, it wasn't, the person didn't have no hue in their skin. But
Mm-hmm.
they would just take the rent, sniff it up, and after a while, he kept saying, the landlord, "Oh, you late on your rent." And I told him, I said, "Look, man, I don't blame you if you feel like I ain't paying you rent. But I said, if you would have never fired the other guy that was bringing you everybody rent, then you wouldn't be having this problem." I said, "Don't you see
Well,
that
did
when
he
you
give
hire
y'all receipts every month?
the person that was on the rock, they wrote out a piece of paper. Um, and then I told my wife, maybe me and you need to go and start back getting money orders." But anyway, her granddad, before he went to sleep, help pay it off. Now, I don't know if nobody have to pay rent 3 and 4 times a month because somebody's sniffing all the money up. But that's what we had to do. And that's how we went homeless the first time. Then we had eviction notice put on our name that they still ain't take off now today. I went to court. My dad and them, I'm telling you, mother, it was somebody called, got me back acted for nothing because I was praying. uh they was in there, doping me up. And when I got out, I couldn't meet the court date, and I tried to tell them, say, "Listen, I was in the hospital. I didn't even know my wife was in there. She lost the twins." And she called me on the phone while I was in there, and she said, "I'm in the hospital." And I said, "Listen," I told them, I said, "Listen, let me out of here so I could go and see about my wife. She's in the hospital, and I said, she's pregnant, and I want to go and see about my children." Did you know them bastards didn't let me in there? Did you know that me trying to get up out of there, they would hang up the phone and stuff? I called the police, they would hang up the phone and all type of stuff. And then once I finally left out of there, she was looking so sad because she had to come pick me up, mother. And
Mm-hmm.
she lost the twins. And I
Mm.
seen it all over her face.
So what
She
was you in the hospital for? What, you have a nervous breakdown or something?
No, ma'am. It was people just kept calling them people out. You know how Karen act. It was a whole
Mm-hmm.
bunch of people, and to be honest with you, it was people that looked like me and you. They was the worstest Karens you could ever see. They kept me back at it in there. So the time where I was supposed to go and meet court for the apartment, which was a condo really, they had me back at it in the hospital. And by the time I got out, it had then gave a 5 day notice or whatever. And so when I got out, I went to the courthouse to open back up the case, and they didn't open it back up. So the sheriff came and served us the notice that we had to leave. And then everybody was blaming me, calling me a deadbeat man and this and that and the other, you know. And at the same time, there was a product I had made years ago it was making millions of dollars, but it didn't go in my pocket, mother. Somebody else was using my name and my likeness and making money off of me. I got the evidence so I could talk about it now. And I called a lawyer to figure out who's willing to take the case. And all of the lawyers said they don't take them cases. I reached out to a lot of our people. I called the bar, Florida bar. I called all these people that everybody think is so much leaders. And so I started to see through a lot of these people, like Jesse and all them. Because I wrote him and he never responded, you know. Um, so I
You say
realized
you have
these
a product. You
I
have a product.
that somebody used my likeness and my I don't want to say what it is, but they used it and they made millions of dollars off of it, mother. They sold
Off your
millions.
likeness. It
Yes,
was
ma'am.
like yours.
No, no, ma'am. It was my image and my rap name, and they used it. They made millions of dollars off of it. They sold at $12 a product. They sold millions of copy. What's 12 times million, mother? That's just 1 million. But what's 12 times a million? And they sold that. They did that, and I couldn't get no
They
lawyer.
got your actual drawing. Did you have your drawings patent?
We'll just
Did-
say drawing artwork. Yes, ma'am. It
Your
was
artwork. Did you have it patent?
yes, ma'am. It's patent.
Was it patent before they start using it?
Yes, ma'am. It was patent before they started using it. And I tried to get a lawyer, and they don't. No lawyer don't want to take it. That's what I was telling you on your page the other day.
You
But
can
they
sue them
no,
yourself.
I tried to, but they said I got to come up with the money to sue them. And I said, why I got to do that? They stole money from me.
It don't cost that much to go to court. You can go. You can start off with a small claims court.
Well, mother, I tried that. Shalom, K Judah. You know, I tried to do the small claim court, but I keep trying. You know, but I'm not saying that I'm giving up. I'm just telling you a little bit of my testimony. But that's what they was doing. And that's when I really wanted to stop. You know, and I had stopped doing
So
music for
what
like
I need you to do, I need you to get
okay,
on your hands and knees, uh, uh, uh outreach your arms, and you gonna have to ask your higher power. You know, what do you want me to do?
hmm,
Because it
oh
seems
yes,
like
ma'am.
everything that I'm doing is not working.
That's right. That's my prayer every day. And I just come
And
on here, mother.
and
You hear
you
me?
have to you,
I come on here, mother.
sometimes,
In the
huh?
meantime, I come on here in the meantime to try to encourage other people because I know how I feel to go through. So I don't want nobody to feel like I do without no encouragement. So
Baby, I'm on a monthly income, okay?
yes,
And
ma'am.
so every you know, I might have a little extra every month, some months, but it gets tight now. I have to pay for my food. I don't get food stamps. when
Yes, ma'am.
you get to be a certain age, like
Hmm.
I'm in a senior building, so I'm paying top of the line rent because of my income. They give me
Yes.
$24 in food stamp. So by the time I pay my bills, buy my food and stuff, I might as well be the working poor again. I mean,
Right.
the system is designed to still keep you
In the same
where you
position.
just making it.
That's why I say, mother, I try to look at the people that I like. That's why I told you I like to read the Bible and talk to people that been here longer than me, or people that's been here younger than me. I like to talk to people because you don't have to pretend like nothing hasn't been occurring. I know it been occurring for a long time because if y'all just came out of that black and white thing, drank out this fountain and out of that one, and then grandma and them just came out of slavery, out of the cotton plantation, then it wasn't that long ago that we was brought over here on ships if we want to count it by like yesterday, because yesterday is like a shadow. You know what I mean?
But you know what I'm really starting to get really tired of. I okay. Our people, yes, we messed up. We've been messed up since slavery. I mean, they divided us. They brainwashed us. They did all of this. But how long we gonna keep using that as an excuse?
Exactly. But you know
See,
that's how a lot of our
I'm
people
getting sick
mindset.
of. I'm getting
I'm sick of
so
it too.
sick of that. Like it's an excuse.
It
No,
is. And a lot of our
that's
people
an
hate each other,
excuse
mother.
because I still love my people. I
But a
still
lot of
trust my people. I'm
don't
still
tell
gonna
me,
go
mom.
support my people. And
But you know,
everybody is dirty in their own way. Every race got their own problem.
but everybody don't want to come together and do right by one another, mother. But we could try, but that's all we could do is, try. Not saying we got it all together, you know what I'm saying, but we can at least try
I
to.
know I ain't got it all together. I'm fighting demons every day. I'm fighting demons every day.
Yeah, it would. It
Shoot,
would.
I'm
It
praying not
would.
to drink Fireball today.
Yes, ma'am. I know the feeling. But that's what I want to tell you. This it ain't. I mean, cause people how they teach you at school. The teacher say you read the back of the book. You ever told you this in reading class? Read the back of the book, but you're not gonna understand the whole book. You just gonna get a summary of the book.
Mhm.
Yeah, and so sometimes in order to get to know what somebody going through with, when they book open up, people gonna be shocked from what's under that book. You know, the
Yeah,
ones that
and
people
you
try to
right,
keep
K.
down the
Judah.
most.
Yeah, and you right, K. Judah. Um, and that's why my videos I do now, I try to incorporate, like, even though people want to say them rich folks problems, them big folks, now they small people. They scamming big people. But we do need to find some encouraging videos. And I'm
I
trying
think
to
we need to also try to get on common ground with our people. I think we
you
need to
know
try.
what?
We gotta try different stuff. Now, I'm not saying try something negative and evil. Like what a lot of us is doing, but we need to try something. You know, and I think this is the way. Just like y'all saying, try to speak more encouraging words instead of just like I say, I don't like to beg people. Please, people always say thanks
Well,
for the
let me
encouragement.
tell you something. I'm gonna make this clear. A closed mouth don't get fed. Now, if if I'm in need over here, I'm gonna get on the phone and I'm gonna call everybody I know. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
ma'am.
And if they want to talk about me, they can talk about me. Shoot,
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, at least I tried, cause that way
Uh-huh.
I ain't got to
But
hear. Why
you know what I'm
didn't you
saying,
call
mother?
me?
What I
Huh?
mean is that a lot of people be going calling NAACP and all them. They not if they ain't did nothing all these years, mother. Let me I'm gonna see if you remember hearing. Even you probably said this before. You know when they say "fool me once," what's that? Now I don't know how many times a person got to show you that they don't like you for us to keep calling them people, and we know that they making money every time one of us get hurt. Why would they want their money to stop coming in? You know how much donations and government grants and stuff they get just to keep saying Black Life Matter and all the stuff that they do. You see what I'm saying? And you know we ain't getting that money. That's going to them people that's getting paid, and they don't live around us.
Well,
That's that's what the brother was saying. They don't even live around us. Have you ever got a check from one of them people on TV that keep saying uh all this stuff and talking about they going and march on Washington and all that? You ever got it? They ever help you with your, or was it somebody around you? Was somebody that you, a stranger that you saw walking or something? But when did you rarely ever see some of these people that even be on TV preaching? Do they ever come down there to where you stay, mother? And did they come over there, or
baby,
was
let
it
me
one of
tell
your?
you something. When I was down there in Ottawa, Illinois, I my BFF, who's a first lady now for a year, they bought us gift cards. I called another place. They came and bought us food. See, I mean, I know the good. I don't know the bad. Cause the places that I worship and the people that I have myself around,
Bless you.
we gonna look out for each other. I can get on the phone and I'm gonna get something done before the day is over with. Everybody ain't bad.
Nah,
Every
they
but
ain't.
but for the majority, it just seems like with our people, we really don't need no leaders. We all leaders in ourselves. You can be your own leader in your community.
Here's the thing. What I was saying.
You can start
I
sitting down talking to young men, telling your story. Uh, you can teach people your artwork and different things like that.
Yes, ma'am.
You can start making your own. You can be your own leader. If you know how to draw, you can teach artwork to young boys. And as you teaching them art, y'all can talk and you can tell them stories, the different things you went through in life.
I say this to you, mother.
And then
You
you can
know
take
how
your huh?
you know how I'm trying to but go ahead, finish what you're saying, then I because I don't want to stop you at your in your thoughts, mother. Go ahead. I don't want to stop you on train of thought. Go
No,
ahead, mother.
you're saying that's what you like to do, your artwork or your drawing. You have to enjoy what you're doing, and if you're passionate about it, it can work so many different avenues for you. You know, you can start doing murals, but you got to see it. I can't see it for you. I mean, you tell me you like to draw. I'm saying teach young men how to draw. Start doing murals. There's a whole lot of ways you can be out here doing some positive things. You can start a LLC and
Mother, I tried that. You know, I went to the bank one day, and
I
they
said a
escorted me off
LLC,
of there.
not a small business. A
I went
LLC,
to. How would you get that, mother?
that's a non-for-profit organization.
And how would you get the funding?
You have to look it up for your state. But yeah, you can
Okay.
legitimately get an LLC, get your own little non-for-profit going.
Okay. Look, you know when we said we needed help, because it's a lot of our people that's sleeping on street and one paycheck from being homeless and um got sick loved ones and everything, all the problems we got. And when we asked the people who we called our leaders for help, there's
Baby, they can't
I
help
mean,
everybody.
I know they can't, but they at least can help
So,
one person
so,
because they only help
but
themselves.
you don't know what these folks done did. People
I
kill
know
me.
what they
They
I know
say,
what they
oh,
haven't
they
done.
went to the church and asked them. They can't help
Let me
everybody.
let me explain this to you. Look, there's 22 black led nonprofit organizations making history. All right, I want you to see this. Association for the Study of African American Life and History. Okay, these people right here, they get government grants from the government, just like the Europeans was getting when Martin Luther King was alive for them houses and stuff, right? So you see the Association for the Study of African American Life. You know, when we said that we wanted reparations and they said, oh, we'll do a study, and they started paying a couple of people to study, so they getting paid their money. All right, and
How much are they
I mean,
getting paid?
we'll be dead and gone on.
No, no, no. How much are they getting paid? Is this hearsay? Have you actually looked at it?
It's not hearsay, mother. All them is getting paid. But I
All
look at
of
it
who?
for you.
See
All them.
this is what I need
Hold,
you to do.
hold on, mother. I'm gonna look it up now.
Don't
Okay,
talk about what you heard or what they haven't. If you don't
mother,
know things to be factual and you
mother,
don't have that grant in front of you and what they
mother.
paying, because
Hold
people
on.
talk a whole lot of stuff.
Let me prove it to you. Okay. Hold on. Okay. All right. So here you go. They get the entire nonprofit sector earns more than 80% of its revenue via private fees for services and performance and performing government grants and contracts. Although each individual nonprofit has its own revenue mix, there is no standard on the size fit. Okay, how much funding goes to nonprofit? The largest funding source for nonprofit R&D performance was the federal government contributing the government contributed $11.6 billion or
But they're not
43%
talking about one contract.
or
They're talking about
42%.
what they fund.
Okay, mother, but listen, or 42 or 43% of the total nonprofit organizations own internal funds were next larger source at 7.5 billion or 28. So they are getting government funding. Now, my point of why I'm reading this, mother,
Who all is getting? Read that
the
again.
okay. The entire nonprofit sector earns
The
more.
entire non-profit sector,
Yes, ma'am. The
which
entire,
can be,
which
which
means
can
that they
be.
don't have
Hold
to
on,
pay.
hold on.
They don't have to pay taxes, mother.
The
The
entire non-profit, which can be
sector,
a
which
thousand
means,
non-profits, 5,000, ten
mother,
thousand.
they don't have to pay.
It,
Um,
it don't. That don't matter.
they don't
You're
pay
trying to say
taxes.
they get $11.6 million.
No, ma'am. They
That's
get
really
eleven
nothing.
point six. No, they don't get no 11.6 million. They get 11.6 billion. That's just one organization, and then
No,
nonprofit
it,
organizations
no. You
own.
said it said the entire.
Let me share it with you. Hold on. I better share it. So I got to share you the source. All right. So I'm finna stop the music and I'm finna prove it to you, all right?
No, you ain't proving nothing to me.
All right, hold
I'm
on.
trying to make you understand that you probably not getting what they're saying.
Mother, all I know is that if somebody needed something from me and I had that type of money, it wouldn't be nobody have to beg for
So
50 something years.
you think you gonna get $1 billion if you start? You think one company has $1 billion?
That's what they said. But what I'm talking
No,
about, if
they
that was
didn't
getting
say
that
that.
funding,
They said the entire non-for-profit.
mother, I have helped a whole bunch of people and I'm not even rich. And these people ain't helped me one time, mother. My life was in the balance. I begged and pleaded for their help. They overlooked me. They act like, and my auntie know them people personally. Them people ignored me on purpose. They evil. Mother, you can't trust them people. They get paid just because we getting hurt up. If it wasn't no black crimes, if it wasn't no crimes going against us, they wouldn't have no podium to stand on.
So, are you talking about you needed help with rent, lights, and stuff? Because the
No
places I
ma'am.
went to, they helped me.
No ma'am. What I needed
So,
help
what
with,
kind of help are you talking about?
I'll show you in a few minutes. Hold on. I got to type it slow. Hold on. I'm finna prove it to you.
And why you dependent on other people?
I'm not depending on them. You know when you go into Walmart, right? And you go and you see the thing up there and it say this is on sale. And
Uh-huh.
people they pay Walmart. Well, I put a product on the shelf. They don't have to like it. You know, people like what they want to like. But that's the reason why. But here it go, mother. 80 cents of every dollar. The vast majority, let me put it on full screen for you. 80 cents of every dollar. The vast majority of the nonprofit sector, which means they tax exempt, is comprised of small organizations, with almost 9 out of 10 spending less than 500,000 annually. Overall, 80 cents of every dollar of nonprofit revenue in the United States comes from government grants or contacts and fees. They tell you you ain't supposed to do that, but they doing it. They going and getting assistance while they telling you not to get none. Then 80% of
Wait a
nonprofit
minute.
is
You're losing me. What's the point that you trying to make? Because
my point.
a
My point, mother.
non-for-profit organization,
Hold on. Let me share this one. Nonprofit can receive grants from the government at a federal, state, and local level. Here are some options to consider. And I'm finna tell you if I did this and they had me escorted off of the premises by the SWAT team. Grants Government is a database of federal sponsored grants operated and maintained by the U.S. Office of Management and Budget. Federal, state, and local government grants
why would
are
they have you
available.
escorted off of property?
I'll explain it to you. Grants are available to fund your nonprofit operations, what I tried to start up, or administrations. The grant application process is stringent and competitive, but there's often no fee. Corporate grants comes from large enterprises that often
I
reserve
know
a
people
percentage
apply for grants and don't get
of
them all the time.
available funds for annual nonprofit grants or provide credit for good services. Now,
So you think everybody that applies for a grant is going to get a grant?
no ma'am, that's what I'm saying. Credibility. Government grants funding. See this word here, credibility? Government grant funding comes with a lot of credibility. What donors send and financial partners, donors look for organizations that have already received this funding. While many donors don't know the ins and out of the application process, a government grant instills a lot of respect. No, they don't. No debt. Government grants are the best option for nonprofit because you don't have to repay the grant. With government grants, a nonprofit will receive funds to pay for equipment, staff, building, and maintenance, and
And
other
that's just why
operational
I didn't
or
do my
program
non
costs.
for profit because
Okay.
I got to
Long
go
your
out. I
dream.
got to bid on grants and everything.
hmm So this
I
is what
mean,
they do.
I mean,
All they do is
most
give
of
you
them,
empty promise.
most of them non for profits, they just they barely making it.
Mother, mother, they don't have a hair out of place.
Well, I don't know which I don't. It's like you're sort of delusional with the real world.
No, I'm
Most
not, mother.
organizations that's doing the right thing, that I'm on the board of directors, we pitch in every month to help pay the rent.
Okay. Mother, what's the highest amount for a person that's married at my age to receive disability and social security? What's the highest rate?
I don't know. All I know is it took me 3 years to get my disability.
Okay, now can you imagine working all those years and somebody stole all of your living and then turn around and you ask them for help? They can't help nobody
Who
but
stole all of your
you.
living?
I told you I can't share all the information on the live, mother. But I'm telling you, this happened. That's why I was trying to get in contact with all of the family in private, but I can't get the family to come together. So what I'm saying is I'm trying to figure it out, but I'm gonna share the information that I was telling you about in the
Well,
chat.
obviously, if your family can't come together,
I'm
then I
talking
mean, you
about
need to do it on your own.
I'm talking about black people in general. I can't do this on my own, mother. I've been trying to do it on my own all these years. But they go the link right there. All you got to do is click on that link and it'll take you directly to what all of them is getting. Like I said, it wouldn't be nobody poor around me if I had that kind of money coming in. If I had the money that I earned,
Not one company, not one organization is getting $1 billion. $1 billion might be split with 5 million companies, non for profits.
okay,
So that's where you
those
got the
people,
concept wrong.
those people who splitting the money, mother, how do they help you?
I don't worry about what other people doing. I go get my own stuff. I do know that if you running a non-for-profit organization, that's why people not helping out in the community because people think you got money. You got to pay for your building, salaries, gas, cars, everything. It's like you have your own business, and of course you gonna pay yourself first. So what makes you think if you
So,
taking care of your house
so that's
and
your
your
business
business
interest, right?
that they gonna have money to give to everybody that asks them for something?
Check this out. If you didn't make no more, watch this. If nobody else black died, right? How they gonna get their money? If
If
nobody else black,
nobody else black
if
died,
if Joe Biden passed that anti-black hate crime bill, which he did not pass, how many people would not be dying right by the police? How many people would be getting locked up? They wouldn't need no activists out there. The police would be caught doing the order that was called up from the top. So how much grant programs will get shut down if innocent people weren't getting gunned
I
down every
don't
day?
know of any grants that's out here for people that's killing the police or been killed.
So you don't know of anybody that has received any funds. Do you not? Okay, let me look this up for you.
We all should be getting checked. America done traumatized everybody. The whole country was built on a lie.
Okay, here we go. I'm finna share this with you. Now, this is one of the hottest ones that's out right now. He is the guy to call, they say. So and people love to
Please
defend him.
don't say Benjamin Crump.
No, man. Let me share. Look, this how much it costs just to get him to come and speak. Now, when if somebody called me and said, Calvin, I need you to come and speak. 3 people in my family done got murdered. I am not gonna charge these people $20,000
So
just to speak.
you going to
To
so you
30,000.
never gonna have nothing then. Cause where are
Here's the
you gonna
point.
get money from to pay for this?
Here's the point. People give what they can afford. Now, speaker fee range to $20,000 to $30,000. Okay, I'm finna look up somebody else.
They should get paid. Now, the salary, I could say it could be high, but they should be paid for their services.
So who paid them to come out? Because I know if somebody like me was going through something, how much I could pay him.
Well, sometimes, you can maybe call and tell them your situation.
I already did. They told me that NAACP ain't for black people. It's for everybody, and hung up the phone.
And you trying to get help with, and
No,
you know
ma'am.
what?
I'm just
Maybe,
showing you why I don't trust them no more. I'm just showing you I was in the middle of telling you my testimony, but I'm trying to prove to you that I'm not illiterate and I understand what I'm talking about and I'm not having an episode. So right here, remember what I told you? This is how much they pay out to activists. Now, I ain't get my check. Listen, 7.53 billion US dollars. In 2022, Activision Blizzard's annual revenue amounted to 7.53 billion US dollars.
and the people pay these folks to speak, that's on them.
The government paying them as well. That's what I was trying to show you. It's not mother, it's a pyramid scheme, what I'm trying to tell you. If if our people got rights in this country, we wouldn't need them no more. We wouldn't need them no. They would be useless. So who is the one that always holding up the line saying, uh, anytime we start saying one thing, they say a whole nother thing. They got a lot of our sisters and brothers thinking it's okay to murder their babies. They fighting for a bill that people can go and murder their little babies, and then they'll say, well, what if the person had got forced on by a man? And then most of them don't be getting no forced on by no men that's going there. They don't need to get forced on by no man to go and get no abortion. Now, I ain't saying that nobody ain't getting forced on,
Who
but
wants to have who, but a woman's body to me should be her choice. Who wants
exactly.
to have a child born out of rape or incest and all of that stuff?
I understand that. What I'm talking about is you don't have to get forced to go and get no abortion. All you got to do is just show up and say, I don't want the baby. And they'll murder the baby for you. And they
They've
won't
been
get
doing
locked up
that.
for murder. Do you know they don't get locked up for murder and how much money the abortion people made? That's why they didn't want it to stop. Not that they really cared about the financial wellness of nobody. They just did that because they wanted some money in their pocket. They don't care about nobody really. That's just what I was saying. Do they really care about somebody sniffing crack and doing? If they really care, they don't care about people, mother. They don't even know us. They talk condescending to people all
Don't
the time. They
nobody
don't know
care
us.
about us. Your
That's the
own
point.
people don't care about you. You got to care about yourself. You
That's the
got to get
point,
out the mindset
mother.
of
Mother, I'm
thinking
not
folks owe you
mother.
and what they
Mother,
don't.
mother. I'm not saying that I believe this. I'm telling you that this is how they running a pyramid scheme.
Baby, America was built on a lie. Okay. This whole country was built on a lie. Now either you gonna sit up, either find a way, cause it wouldn't be nothing stopping me. You talking about you can't somebody done stole your drawings.
It
Okay.
what I
The
said you
likeness.
could call it. I said you could call it drawings, but it wasn't
Or
drawings.
artwork or whatever. And if you I mean, if you said you had it patented and all of that,
Yes,
then I
ma'am.
don't know
Discrimination,
why
mother.
it would be so hard.
Discrimination.
Because somebody, if you had the proof and everything, that would
I
make
sure did.
somebody's day. But you act like you can't talk about it, so you can't even get people to even talk to start. Even if I got on this internet and said, everybody, we want to talk about his drawings. You talking about, I don't want to share the information over the internet. Well, why not if they stole your stuff?
Mother, every time I share anything, people come and they take it and they run with it with thunder. You remember the LGBTQ people? That's what they do. And like I said, I learned a long time ago, you cannot share everything over the L.
If somebody took my stuff, and I'm going to have to get on off this phone because I got to get ready. My ride to be here in 30 minutes. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. If somebody had stole my drawings, baby, I'll be all on the internet, the paper. I'll be walking with signs. I would be doing everything. Let them come for me.
I ain't scared of nobody. I'm just telling you, mother. All the stuff that you
No,
telling me to
see,
do,
no, 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 no. Now you
all the
punking
stuff
out
that you
on me.
telling me to
No,
do, all the
no.
stuff what you telling me to do, I already done did and more. I done had polices pull pistols and guns out on me. I done had folk try to kill me. I done went through all this stuff. I'm not afraid of nobody, mother. They called them people on me,
You can
and if
still
it wasn't
start
for the grace
your
of the Most
story.
High, I would be dead
You can
right now.
still start your story again. Right now. You can start your story now. You can say, uh, I've this is what I'm doing now. But worrying about what these non-for-profit and who
Uh-uh,
charging what
mother.
and
I'm
all
talking
of
about
that.
this, mother. I'm talking about this because this is something that I want to talk about. It's not because I think that I'm finna try to change nothing. I just want our people to realize that these people is making bank off of our off of our how we see things. And until we start seeing things the
So
way it really
every
is,
non-for-profit organization,
this was one of them. This is another one of them. This look at this. This just to murder babies. These people don't care. Mother, they take money to murder baby. These people is murderers. They don't care about nobody.
you know what? You're going to have to choose one fight at a time for you. Then you can't be consumed with all of that, and they paying this person that, and all of this, you're gonna have to sit down and you're gonna have to say, now you saying you don't like to rap. I'm just going back to the basics with you, because it seems like your mind it's too in too many places. So you got to come up with a plan. You've got to realize, like everybody else realize, we know America don't give a damn about us.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay? They don't care about nobody. They don't even care about themselves, okay?
I know that.
The
'Cause if they
country was
did, they
built
wouldn't
on
be
a
getting ready
lie.
to fry in the lake.
Now either you can sit down, do things the right way. Seem like you probably a little hot-headed and
I'm
probably
mad.
have, huh?
I am mad. I'm mad.
No,
I'm mad.
you're a hothead. So that's why things don't don't work out.
What do you
Sometimes
mean by that,
you
mother?
have to learn,
What do you
huh?
mean by that? What do you mean by that? I'm a hothead.
Because you claiming like every time you say you done did something,
I did.
everything you talked about, my son, you said the police been called.
They was calling them out on clockwork all the time,
Everything, no,
harassing me.
this went from the rent to the
That's what they was
drone
doing.
to
That's what they was doing.
everything that you said you done.
No, that's what I've
Why
been through.
everything that you've done, and I'm gonna have to get on off this phone. I need you to make me understand. I need to understand why was the police involved.
You want to understand why the police was involved, mother? Can I tell
No,
you?
you need to understand.
I know
So
why they was involved.
maybe you need to work on your direction, how you talk. I mean, you got, because you said the landlord, the police was called. I did this, they called the police. I did this.
What did I
So
do? What did I do? Why they called them, mother?
I don't know. You need
Well,
to figure that out.
I'm trying to tell you because I experienced it. I prayed,
But
mother. I prayed
you
in my
got to,
apartment,
baby,
and my
baby,
neighbors called the
baby,
police out. That's
baby.
why. That's why, mother.
Everything. Oh my God, you're not listening. Everything that you have done in your life has caused you to go to jail or had a police call. That's not good.
So praying, so I need to stop praying then. If I stop praying, if I would have just stopped trying to get a loan, if I would have just stopped trying to open up a business, if I would have stopped trying to love folk,
Baby, you
if I
got
would
to
have just
look
stopped,
at self.
then,
You got to
then,
look at self and your
and
approach.
if I died in my mother's womb, then the police wouldn't have to bother me the days that they bothered me. If they would have murdered me in the street, then I wouldn't be here talking to you today. And nobody would know my story because every activist I reached out to gave me the cold shoulder. And I'm not expecting for you to believe me. I wouldn't
It's
even believe
no,
myself.
no.
But
What
what I
I'm
am
trying
saying,
to tell you, you wobble. You said you wasn't feeling good. You didn't feel like rapping. You've got to find out what your approach is. Why,
the reason,
everything that you told me is always negative,
I feel that way because this is how, listen here, mother. Let
baby.
me say this to you. I came on here and I started cussing and acting a fool and taking off my shirt and swinging my hair and doing all type of
You
stuff,
had to
going
do
out
something
there,
for them to keep calling
I
the police.
guarantee you, mother, I would start getting cash out. But I'm not on here for no cash out. I came on here to talk. That's it. I didn't come on here for no cash out or nothing. I came on here to
I
tell
don't do
you.
my job for cash out neither.
So what I'm saying, I just came on here to talk. And since the
Okay, but
memory came up,
if I'm trying to help you, I see you your own worst enemy. You, you are your own worst enemy. Now, you call me your mother, I'm gonna talk to you just like I talk to my son. Because this whole time we talking, see, I listen, and everything that I've told you, or this, or that, oh, they called the police. They had me locked up. So what's really going on with you? There's a way to do everything,
so
and your way ain't working.
so I need to be a devil worshiper. I told you why they had locked me up,
Oh
mother.
my goodness. No, no,
Let
no,
me
you don't need to be a devil worshiper.
Well, that's why they was doing it because I kept saying I believe in Most High.
Yeah. But anyway, I gotta get off of here. But you your own worst enemy. I don't you're gonna have to your whole approach uh with everything uh it needs to.
Before you stop listening, I want you to hear what they diagnosed me with, why they kept bothering me. Would you listen?
Yeah, I got like 5 minutes because I got to get ready to go to
Okay.
church.
Okay. A religious delusion is defined. This is a mental illness, they say. A religious delusion is defined as a delusion or fixed belief not amenable to change in light of conflicting evidence involving religious themes or subject matters. Religious faith, faith, meanwhile, is defined as a belief in a religious doctrine or higher power in the absence of evidence. Faith without works is dead, and the scripture said that we believe those things which do not appear as though they are. Psychologists, scientists, and philosophers have debated the distinction between the two, which is subjective, and cultural. Definition: individuals experience religious delusions are preoccupied with religious subjects that are not within the aspect beliefs for an individual's background. When they put me in there, they asked me, do you believe in God? Because I used to always carry my Bible with me and I had it with me when they brought me up there. I said, yes, sir, I do. Because I was taught you ain't supposed to deny your faith before nobody. So he said, okay, you believe in somebody that's invisible, that's not there? I said, no, he's real. So he was asking a 17-year-old child, that's when it first started, you believe in God? He's an imaginary friend. I asked him, do you believe in God? He said, no, I don't believe in God. And there you go. That's when they started. They uh practice on me, including culture. So all these things are defined as your uh religious delusion. If you got culture, education, and known experiences of religion. So if you prayed and you
So
said,
you think everything is against you because
no, I don't think everything's against me, but I know when somebody was hitting on me. Like I said, experiences of religion. These, and I have paperwork to prove it. Presuppositions are incorrect, incongruous with the mood of the subject. Failing with the definition, also delusions arise in psychiatric expression. However, these must present with a major depressive episode. I was not depressed. I did not hear voices, but they said I heard it. And when I said I didn't, they just didn't listen to me. That's called medical malpractice. And be courageous with mood. Some psychologists have characterized all of the nearly religion as delusions. So some psychiatrists have characterized all or nearly all religion as delusional. So that's why they kept calling them out there Baker acting me. And I could have did eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, but I didn't do that because at that time I was trying to be a real Christian. And like I told people before, I used to let people spit in my face. I was a real Christian. A lot of these people that say there's a Christian and doing all that, if they really believed in Christianity like I did, then they would have been the one letting somebody hawk up spit and spit it in their face. They would have let somebody slap them in their mouth like I did before and let them get away with it. They would have let somebody cuss them and not say nothing back. But I'm not no Christian no
What
more.
kind of
So when
medication
the
are you
police,
on now?
I'm not going to share that information. But demographic criteria, primary age, the comparative study. That's why I don't give out my address. It's comparative study because people don't know what you're
I
going
live at
through.
1315 Round Avenue, Joliet,
Well,
Illinois,
when
apartment
I told
1501.
mother,
I ain't scared of nobody.
it ain't
I
about
did
being
not get
afraid.
on the internet to
It
hide
ain't about
from
being afraid,
nobody.
mother. I'm not hiding from nobody. I just know that if I can't trust my family of my nearest of kin to have my address, and they had them polices come out there and surround my apartment with pistols and stuff aiming at my wife because she gave them our address. I don't trust people no more like that. And like I said, when people go into Walmart, they go and purchase, they go and buy. People say, I haven't worked for years. I have worked. Mother, it's a lot going on that a lot of people don't really know. And I don't go online. I'm not no open book. So I don't go online and tell everything that going on in my life. But like I
Well,
said,
then, if you can't
people,
tell the whole story, you don't need to come on here telling the half of the story.
I'm not telling half of the story. What I'm saying
If you
is
can't
if I
tell the
can get,
whole story, I mean that would be like me saying, "Oh, I used to be an addict. Yes,
but I'm
I
not
used to
finna
do
tell you,
drugs. I'm
but
telling
I'm
you
not
my
finna,
story. If
but
you
I'm not
can't
finna
tell the
take you
whole
to the crack
story,
house and show you how I did it. That's all I'm saying, mother. Some things don't need to be revealed, and there's legal purposes on why, mother. They this another officer, they used to come clock mother. They stopped me one time and asked me for license and registration, and I wasn't driving in no car. I said, officer, where you finna get the registration off of my butt? And they come up to you talking to you rude, and everybody wants you to talk to them nice. Listen, everybody got to die
so
one day.
so you're saying the police stopped you when you wasn't in the car?
I didn't have no car. I was walking. And they stopped
And
me
the
and
car,
asked me for
okay.
license and registration, please.
Uh,
I said,
well,
why is you
anyway, I got you. I've got you. Get out of here because I got to get ready for church.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
need you to start posting. Because I see every like I say, every story you got involves the police. That ain't
Because
cool.
they
No,
is
no,
my
you
enemy.
got to.
I don't like the police. I don't trust the police. I used to hate the police. I am not no violent person. but they don't care if you violent or not. How
Mm.
many children they done shot down that weren't doing that?
You said you didn't want to tell me what type of medication you on. You okay? Cause you sound like my father used to sound. But I'm getting ready to get on up out of here. You you need to work on self. You need to work on one thing at a time.
Mother,
Everything,
I can tell you I can work on
everything.
myself,
No, something
but
is
I
wrong.
cannot, mother, I cannot work on other folk for myself. I can work on myself. When I do something wrong, I apologize for that. But when somebody do something wrong to me, it's out of my place to go to them and apologize and say I'm sorry for what you did. When I did something
Baby,
wrong, I said I apologize.
and
I'm
you
not
might
gonna
not never get
apologize.
some apologies.
I'm not looking for it no more. Mother, when that officer murdered my uncle inside of that hospital, when they took him out of prison and put him in hospice, I don't owe them no apology. If he was
First of
able to
all,
live through
most
that,
people,
they owe
first of
him.
all, most people that's in prison, when they dying, they let them leave so they can spend time with their family. He was out, if he was on hospice, he was already dying. Okay, the hospital didn't kill him. They
They
let
put you
him
in
out
hospice, mother,
to go
because they say
home
you have
and
mental
say, be
illnesses.
with your
They
family.
said that my uncle had a mental illness, which he didn't, and they put him in hospice. And they murdered him. They slammed my uncle on his neck and broke his neck. That didn't come from him dying of a normal death. And I'm
Well,
not going to
I
apologize for
need
that.
you. I need you. I need you to really dig deep. I need you to get on your knees. I need you to open your eyes and say, I need help
Excuse
with
me.
some things. And you gotta let them work. You might, your whole frame of mind thinking might have to change. But every encounter is with the police, and that ain't good. And here you telling me that you was walking. So I need to know, why are you a target with the police?
I don't know, mother. I've been trying to figure out why racism exists too, but it's there. I
Cause
can
they
look that
just
up
not
for you.
singling you out for nothing. Now, maybe you have some episodes. See,
No, I didn't have no episode.
well, okay. I dealt with my father, who was manic depressive, schizophrenic, and everything else. Okay. So I grew up with mental illness. Okay. So you ain't talking to no fool here. Now
I'm
I've been
not a
trying
fool
to
either,
be
mother.
nice. You you need some more therapy. You need
I'm
some
not going back in there
professional.
with them bastards. Mother, I'm sorry,
You
but I ain't
need
going back in there with them. I'm sorry. I don't trust them. Them people, oh my good mother. Let's you know what? I have to come back on here. Uh
Yeah,
uh
we gotta
you
go
got to
because
do
I
what you
gotta
got to
go to
do.
church. I gotta go to
Uh
church. But I'ma pray for you. But then I ain't saying
no, that's
go
all
check
right. I don't
yourself in.
I don't want no prayer. That's all right, mother. That's all right. If
But
what I believe send me to hell because I'm not finna apologize to a police that tried to murder me, then I just need to fry in the lake because I'm not finna go to them and apologize and pretend like I'm the one that created racism. Black people in Florida much more likely to be shot by the police.
We all
Investigation
know
confirmed.
this, but that ain't an excuse.
That's why they was messing with me, and it's not an excuse. That's why
Oh
they was
my
doing it
goodness.
for
Okay,
whatever
Jawaba,
reason. Why?
I love you. I love you. You remind me of my father. I'll talk to you later.
Yes, ma'am.
I still love you. I still love you. Mental
Well,
health is real.
nope.
Okay?
Now I'm not mentally ill, mother. Mother, don't talk
No,
down on me. Don't do that.
I'm not trying to
I'm
talk
being
down.
respectful to you. That is talking down to me. Don't call me
No.
face. I'm finna go ahead and end the live, and I'm probably gonna take a well-needed break. And I know nobody really don't care because they don't really come. Only but a few people do. And like I said, I have a reason to feel like I do. Unless you've been through what somebody been through with, you cannot tell them that they having a delusion because they trying to tell you their testimony. You don't have to listen to my testimony. A lot of people ignore me. A lot of people don't pay me no attention. Only a few do. And if you want to be one of the other few that don't listen to me,
No, I
think that
love
I'm
you. So
stupid,
I'm going to listen to you. But what
I'm
I'm
not
trying to
retarded.
tell you is my father was like this, okay?
But I'm not no retard. I'm not stupid. They've been calling me
Did I
that all
say
my life.
you was?
They
Did
told
I
me I was
call
here
you a
for I
name?
didn't hear. You said that I have an
Did I
episode.
call you retarded?
No, but
See?
that's what that means. When you say somebody having a mental episode and I'm not having one of them.
No.
I
I
don't like when
said
people try to
mental
slander me in my
health.
face. I don't
Mental
do
health.
nothing but come on here but try to respect everybody. I don't tell nobody that they stupid and got an
I didn't
episode.
call you stupid, baby. I don't have. See? There you
I'm not
go. I see why you had a problem. I don't have it all together. I'm missing a few screws.
me
Okay?
too. But my screws that I'm missing is not what they said about me.
Ain't none of us wrapped too tight. So if you take offense, because I can see just by the way you talking, the way my daddy was, that's why I asked you what medication was you on. Just from hearing you, you remind me of my father. So I know what you about. And that's
Okay,
not
mom.
bad.
What percentage of things that I did in my life? When I first met you, I didn't see you as no horrible person or as some person that was hiding something. I don't like that. And maybe this needed to come out one day because I knew I had a feeling that people was thinking of me in a condescending way. So now let me look up something just to get my mind off of what just happened. I don't do nothing but come on here and try to encourage people and talk to people how I want to be talked to. I don't come on here and try to make somebody feel like they stupid. When if a person went through what I went through with, they would not want to come up. What I'm finna sit here and come on here and lie for? What I got to lie for? Do anybody think that I want to come on here and tell somebody that I done been put inside of the psychiatric ward? Well, people can believe the worst, but they don't believe the other stuff. I'm not afraid of nobody. Them in police is shining lights. They used to shine lights and stuff in my face all the time. I'm not in no movie. These people, when I reached out to Al Sharpton and all of them ignored me. Every last one. Every last one. And the person right next to me got help. I called NAACP and they told me where to get off at. They said the organization is not for black people. That's when I used to believe in this country. I don't believe in this country no more. That's why I said it's better for a stillborn baby. It's better for a stillborn baby. And that's how I feel sometimes. But like I said, I'm not finna post up all of the legal stuff. I didn't know that this conversation was gonna go this way. I apologize to anybody that heard this, but if you can hear it in my voice, I'm hurt right now. I'm hurt right now. Ain't none one of y'all on this internet throughout the whole time I ever been on the internet ever heard me come over here and disrespect nobody. All I tried to do is come on here and show the uttermost respect and love for everybody I ever came into contact with. But people, you cannot judge somebody like that. You if you don't know the person, you got to get to know them first. I'm sorry you went through that with your father. I'm sorry for the women that went through stuff with a man. But when you meet new people, those are new people. What percentage of men that don't take care of their children? What percentage can anybody tell me that I done sat down and all the stuff that I'm saying to you is coming out of a mental delusion? I am not finna go and apologize to nobody for something that I need an apology for. I want my money. That's an apology. When you work for your labor, you're supposed to get paid for what you work for. How can a person sell millions of records and all they got to their name is $45? How can that happen? How can a person use, they want to know the information, I'm going to go ahead and say it because ain't nobody going to work on it anyway. I done tried to talk to lawyers. I done tried to do all that. So I'm going to go in and tell y'all, the guy, he changed up the information. I don't know if y'all remember, but back in the day when I tried to send off the information out to the public for everybody to see, everybody just kept skipping over it and ignoring it, and they kept going to the next hot thing. So I'm not finna sit here and get on the internet and waste all of my energy and scrim talking to people that's too busy they too busy. Everybody too busy. He trying to be an activist over there trying to save the whales or something when black people is out here dying in the street. These people, they care so much about putting activator in their health. They don't care about nobody dying in no street. How can somebody go out there and buy a Beamer for billions of dollars and there's people living out there homeless in the street and folk living from paycheck to paycheck and they can't even hardly make it even if they worked on the job? Can't nobody tell me that my life, when I'm telling you that it's hard for me as well, that it's easy just because I come up here and try to put on a smile and encourage folk. I'm not trying to talk down on nobody's father. I would never sit there and try to crush on somebody else's father. But what I can tell you is that you cannot weigh one another with one another. I'm sorry that your daddy went through that, mother, but I am not him. I'm sorry for the women that had a man that cheated on them. Why I got to apologize for that, though? Why we got to apologize for men that cheated on a woman? Not every other man got to apologize to every woman for what? I didn't ask to be born in this world. My mama and daddy had me apart from me. I didn't ask for this crap.
Hey, yeah, I'm sorry, my phone had went dead.
But I
But
didn't
what
ask
I
for this.
want,
I didn't ask to be born in this world. I didn't ask for the hell that I go through with. I didn't ask for this stuff.
this is what I wanted to tell you, you wobble. I'm sorry if I was so hard on you, but I had to talk to you just like you, my real son, and I would do the same thing to him. But at the same time, I'm going to tell you I love you, okay? I love you, and I wish I could get the whole story, but that's fine. You a fine young man. You doing a great job on your lives and everything, but I need, and I would say this even when I say sometimes it's like everything ain't everybody's fault. We got to start looking at self. And I say this to everybody. Everybody. No, I didn't ask to be born black. I didn't ask to be born,
I
steady
wouldn't want
trying
to be
to
born
do.
white. If I had a choice, I choose to be dead in my mother's womb rather than be born in this world. I don't want to be born white, so I can be born something that I wasn't created to be. I'd rather be dead in my mother's womb before I start trying to pretend like I'm somebody else. I'd rather die in my mother's womb, but y'all didn't let me die in my mama's womb.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason why I'm here on this earth, suffering just like every other Negro that look like me for no reason. And no matter how
No,
much we beg,
on
these
this
people is
earth,
not gonna do nothing. These people is
on
not
this
gonna do
earth,
anything to
it
fix
ain't
it.
even about the people, baby. It's about money. It's about money.
And they keep the money away from you.
It's
And
about the money.
they keep it
So,
away from you.
so check this out. Find your passion and do what makes you happy. And don't get so consumed in what they doing in this world. The whole world was built on a lie. But I can't, I'm not gonna be consumed. If that's the case, I wouldn't eat nothing, I wouldn't drink nothing. Hell, I wouldn't even be living.
I wish
Because
I could starve to death, mother, but the point is
because
this.
the whole world,
But it hurt too much.
this
It
whole
hurt too much.
this United States was built on a lie. So it's already messed up. It's a lot of things we can do, but I don't get consumed. I just try to do what makes me happy, and everything ain't everybody's fault. I had to take responsibility for some of the actions that I did in my life. Everything ain't everybody's fault. Some things was my fault. Didn't nobody tell me to drink? Didn't nobody tell me to try different things? So, with that being said, I got to go so I can go to church. You not dumb or stupid, but you need to realize, like, I'm on the internet. I ain't faking the funk. I'm keeping 100% real. I ain't half sharing. And like I say, people that know me, that knows I had a father, and some of the same things you triggered and how my father was. And so, with that being said, keep doing you, but everything ain't everybody's fault. And so you're already angry because you don't even want to be born. You don't even want to be here. So everything's going to be everybody's fault. So I hope you can get past that. And so you can start living the life that it would take you higher, higher, higher.
Yes, ma'am.
And you have a great day.
I apologize to you, mother, for raising my voice. That's not something that I do. And I
Yeah,
apologize for it. I apologize, mother. I don't like to do that.
yeah, you fine. But yeah. And yeah. And my phone went dead because I'm like, oh Lord, I don't want him to think. But see, this is another thing. It's so many things in the black community that we don't deal with, for one. And mental illness is one of them. My father was on Thorazine, okay? in and out of mental institutions, but he was a good father. Just by the way you were talking, baby, I can tell you stuff. Okay. Well, my father had us sit down like he was Jesus Christ. So I know all about when you talking about, that's what I say, the religion, all of that stuff. I lived it. I lived it. And so that's another thing with our people. I'm trying to tell you something I lived, and I'm sharing with you because I don't have anything to hide about my life now. I'm glad to still be living here. Yeah. And so what I'm trying to tell you is okay, Judah, I'm here. I'm here. It's just, it was some things that we had to do, and anybody that knows me, you can go back and listen to my old shows. And I tell people, I grew up, my father was manic depressive and schizophrenic. But again, in the Black community, we don't deal with this. Then everything becomes everybody else's fault instead of self. And I'm trying to tell you, when we did some things with my father, and see, my sister, she don't even know the side of my father like me and my brother do. But everything ain't everybody's fault. It's not. Everything is not everybody's fault. And we in the Black community, the first thing we say, we want to put it on everybody else. Put it like that. But you still my son, I love you. But I see some things that I would really want to help you with and talk to you about with my father and what we ended up doing. Because I think it would really help you. It would really help you. And so I got to go because my ride will be here and your wobble. When I say I love you unconditionally. When I say I'm trying to talk, I'm gonna talk to you like I do my son. Like I'm not getting ready to discriminate or nothing like this. But I want you to just work on yourself. And I told you that from the beginning. You started off saying you lost interest. And then the more you talk, all I heard was police, police, police. Other people. So my thing, my assignment for you, Yawaba, is I want you to sit down and I want you to write down what makes you happy. What are the things you enjoy? Because I never heard that. Only thing I heard was I did this police. I did this guns. I did this. So, can you write down things that make you happy? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I need you I need you to talk about, even though they might have started bad, but we want to talk about the things that make you happy, that make you smile. Because just from this today, I mean, you hate you was born, and I don't like that. You know, you hate that you was born. So you got to love yourself, baby. You was born. So you got to find your purpose. And you got to get past that. I love you and I'll talk to you later.
Yes, ma'am. All right, fam. I'm finna go ahead and get off of here, but I'm gonna drop the link just for one more person. But I don't know, man. If you could come up and say something nice, or you don't want to come up, I completely understand. But I give you, a little bit of time to come up if you want. And yeah, I didn't know where the conversation was gonna lead, but I was just trying to come on here to talk about how we wasted too much time trying to get the attention of all these organizations, and I was trying to give the evidence on why uh, I feel like it's a waste of time begging all the organizations for help. Uh, all right, bro. But I was just trying to figure out, in closing, I was just trying to figure out to just sit down and talk to the family to see what their thoughts is. And I know that it probably was going to be, not everybody was going to be on the same page, but it changed. The subject changed, but everything worked together for a reason. But I was just trying to come on here to talk about that. If we gonna do something together as a people, then we need to stop trying to beg the government and beg this and beg this person, asking this one and going to this association. When you need help, the ones that help you is the ones that help you. And I was trying to say that those are the ones that you need to stick close to. Like, you may see a lady that's that you see that go and try to do her best to go and feed the homeless, go and feed them people. What I was saying is, instead of us continually trying to go and donate to all these big organizations and everything, and asking the government for funds and all that, what I was saying is that I think that it's better that we, no matter how many of us it is, come together in some kind of way and put stuff together aside for the things we want to do. So somebody say that they want to they like Jordans and they like to give out shoes, and they were trying to give jobs in the community. Then you could get people together that know how to make shoes, or you can sit down amongst the people and learn how to do things together like we did before we started trying to be more separated. And I think that a lot of people need to leave all these organizations alone. If they're not helping your people in your neighborhood, then evidently they're not helping y'all in y'all neighborhood. And if the majority of people that's complaining around the world, and a lot of people is sleeping in the street, then evidently they're not helping them in that area. So what I'm saying, I'm not trying to tell people how to go to hell, but what I'm trying to say is we need to come together as a people and figure things out ourselves. The other nations don't all have to be no in this religion or that religion. They all go to that bank over there. So when they go to that bank, The one say they don't like that bank, they go to another one. But they got options because they not looking at religion first and then business last. They look at, okay, business and whatever we believe as a nation, we can work through that. But we can't do nothing together if we can't ever be around one another. So if we start doing most stuff together, then we could get to know each other better as a people. We don't come together like we used to when we had our own country. If we believe the Bible said that we had to all come to Israel at a certain time every year. We all had to come, no matter if the one that was wicked or the one that was righteous. All of us had to come to the temple. All of us. We all had to sacrifice. All of us. And the ones that didn't do it, then your sin was on you. So all of us had to come to the temple. So that show you how everybody used to meet together. And when we used to do that, we had more workshops and stuff. And no matter what we think in our heart, people gonna still be people. And it's up to y'all to change their heart. But we have to do our part in trying to gather one another together instead of begging the same people that haven't done what we've been waiting for them to do. If I sit here and wait for the NAACP to change their mind that NAACP is not for black people, then we're going to be stuck in the same predicament. And so that's all what I want to come on here and just try to have a conversation with y'all. And I think I shared the brother's channel that I was speaking about. Let me share it one more time. And thank you, Brother Kate Judah and Mother April Showers for coming. And I think Sister Naomi had come earlier. Let me see. I think, yeah, Sister Naomi came earlier. Thank you, Sister Naomi, for coming, and everybody else that'll watch this video afterwards. I didn't want to leave on no bad note, so when things got a little, out of shape, then I just tried to bring it back in. And I apologize for anybody that this probably rubbed the wrong way, but this wasn't the purpose for this. And sometimes people just gonna disagree. And the best thing in life is learning how to disagree and still try to be mature about the situation and keep on going with your life and try to make the best out of whatever you can. All right, fam, I'm about to get out of here, but let me share this with you before I go. But like I said, I don't believe in apologizing to people for hurting me and my family. Even if it wasn't my nearest of kin. And I say nearest of kin for a reason, because we are kin. See, in church, at first they had us believing that you're not kin, folk, if you're not no Christian. Then, after you started trying to read in the Bible to figure out who you is, they started telling you that being an Israelite really is not about nothing. So y'all just wasting y'all time, really, literally what they saying, because not everybody could be an Israelite now. And so now it's a lot of things out there that'll cause a lot of confusion, but you just got to keep on, we got to keep on trying. So there go the video right there. That's the brother you can check out. The brother said some stuff that spiked me, that made me kind of like think. Not that I haven't already, these things ain't passed my mind, but he said it in a certain way. And when you hear him talking, you'll understand what I'm talking about. And okay, thank you again, fam, for coming out. And I want to say shalom to you all, and peace and blessings. Shalom.